Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to have a look at Caltha introloba, a beautiful snowmelt species which can be found in the Alps of New South Wales and Victoria. This video is a combination of two walks I did in September 2023. The first one early September, just to scout the locations I know where this plant is and to see if it was starting to flower. The second trip I did was a few weeks later to see this beautiful plant in full flower. So anyway, that'll be all from me for now. I'll talk to you a bit later. Hope you enjoy it. Cheers.
Well, here we are at Mount Hotham. It's the 2nd or the 3rd of September. Snow is on the way out for sure. We've got Mount Feathertop over there that's still looking pretty good with its coat of snow, but it's still melting pretty fast. We're going out to Mount Lock today to see if we can see Caltha introloba.
The naming of this plant is a little confusing at present, as Fig Flora, the National Herbarium of Victoria site, has this as Psychrophila introloba, as does PlantNet, which is the New South Wales Herbarium, whereas Plants of the World Online, Royal Botanic Gardens Kew, which is supposedly the doorkeeper of such things, still lists this as Caltha introloba. Anyway, whatever it is, for the purposes of this video, I will call it Caltha introloba.
This ridge line with all the snow on it is the Feathertop Ridge, actually the Razorback. Over the distance there is Mount Buffalo Plateau. It's a very interesting mountain. Well, here we are at Mount Lock. Looking at mountains exciting, but something else is just a little bit special. Caltha introloba. Only tiny, tiny flowers. There's my hand. That's such a stunning little plant. I've always seen it in seed in like January, February, but you've got to get here like in September and the snow's melting. There's a bud just coming out there. Buds there. Have a look at that. Beautiful. Nice patch of frozen water. Snow melt that's refrozen. It's also home to a lovely patch of Caltha introloba. When in flower, it looks like this. Quite beautiful. White petals with purplish streaks in them. Flowers are sessile to the ground. Interestingly though, when it's in fruit, the peduncle shoots up to about well, maybe 5 centimetres above the ground.
And now for some detailed information on Caltha introloba, which is also known as the Alpine Marsh Marigold. This lovely plant can form dense mats. Its leaves are rosetted, ovate to lanceolate in shape, roughly 10 to 40 millimeters in length and 5 to 18 millimeters in width. It also has 2 linear lobes, inflexed and lying almost against the upper surface of the leaf, which can be seen in the above photo. The flowering stem is only 1 to 2 centimeters in length, which virtually makes the flowers seem to be sessile, which is flat on the ground. The flowers are solitary, they are sweetly scented, they are 2 to 6.5 centimeters in diameter, with 5 to 8 tepals, which are white or pink in colour and usually veined darker. The stamens are prominent and number between 15 and 25, of which you can clearly see in the above photo. The fruiting follicles are shortly beaked and radiating in a head, up to 20 mm in diameter. This is then raised 10 to 15 to 20 centimeters on a thick and fleshy peduncle above the plant, which you can see above. I assume this is a seed dispersal mechanism to move the seeds further away from the mother plant. I'll leave it there for now, as I'll cover off some more details on this beautiful plant later on in this video when we do the second walk, where we actually go to see it in full flower. So stick around for that, because it is quite a sight to see.
Okay, time to head off. Head back to the car. Got to see Caltha introloba in flower, which is sensational.
Well, here we are on September the 25th, 2023, on my second walk out to see Caltha introloba. But this time I had the pleasure of taking John Mitchell, the Alpine supervisor from the Royal Botanic Gardens, Edinburgh, to see this beautiful plant. And also we had Bev Lawrence from Mount Hotham, who showed us another population as well. So we all had a fantastic day. So I hope you can enjoy this, because you're going to see some Caltha introloba in full flower, and it is a stunning thing to see. Well, here she is, the queen of the Victorian Alps in full flower, the Alpine Marsh Marigold. Words can hardly describe how beautiful this plant is. It is usually found flowering at the edges of the last receding snowdrifts, particularly in late lying snow areas. It can even start to flower under the snow. Usually this happens when the snow cover is longer, into September, October and early November. Flowering time can be anywhere from late August through to December, and that depends on the snowpack, of course. In Victoria, it can be quite common on the higher ranges where there's late lying snow. Here we have Bev Lawrence and John Mitchell admiring Caltha introloba, with Tully photobombing in the background. I think it would be fair of me to say, and I don't think John would mind, that he was quite chuffed to see this plant, as we all were, because it was putting on such a delightful show. This plant has now been recognised as belonging to one of the rarest and most specialised plant communities in Alpine Australia, which is referred to as a Caltha introloba herbland community. They are semi-aquatic, sparsely vegetated and short alpine herb fields which exist on a rocky, gravelly area known as a pavement. They rely on ground seepage from a spring or a creek for constant water. They also can occupy steep slopes under snowpatch areas or on reasonably flat areas next to creeks. Just under 100 such sites have been identified on the Bogon High Plains. Some of the other species which can be found in this habitat are Juncus antarcticus, Utricularis mononanthus, Oreobolus pumulo, Salmisia sericophylla, Drosera arcturi, Plantago glacialis, and Paraantinaria uniceps. These last two are endangered and are restricted to pavements in this habitat. We had continued on to a second population of Caltha introloba. These were as stunning, or even maybe better, than the first population we had seen. Of note, the flower buds start growing in the summer during January and are fully developed by the time fresh snow doesn't melt away in May. They will mostly open in late September, October after the snow has melted. Some will flower under the snow if it persists into November. Flowers will only open after a cold period. This would be a mechanism to stop them opening prematurely in autumn. Just have a look at some of these pictures. They are incredible examples. Well, that's just about it for this video. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Please leave a like, comment and even subscribe. Until the next time, have a great day. Cheers.